Thank you, Mr President. My question is to the Minister for the Arts. Minister, before approving taxpayer funding for the 2026 Biennale of Sydney, did you take any steps to address the concerns raised by the Jewish community about the anti-Semitism being promoted as part of this taxpayer-funded event? And did you make it a condition of funding that no anti-Semitic works or performance be part of the event?
The Honourable John Graham.
I thank the member for her question. And look, these are matters of significant public interest, and they're certainly ones that I've been working through with the arts and culture community. I've answered questions on them before in general, and the government's goal here is we want everyone to feel welcome at our arts and culture events. I firmly believe that arts and culture is actually part of the solution to some of the issues here, that getting people in the room together, getting them to reflect on some of the issues and challenges that the world faces right now. It is a pretty wild world out there. It's pretty uncertain, and arts and culture's got a real role to play in human reflection, in humans being together. I have worked closely in recent months, particularly after Bondi, with both the Jewish community but also the arts and culture community on these issues. That includes with the Biennale. And I've certainly met with them. I've wanted to assure myself that they had steps in place to make sure that there were arrangements in place to make sure this was a welcoming event for everyone. The visual art at the Biennale, having been to see some of it myself, is quite spectacular. It's a fantastic addition, but there was an incident on Friday night which was very upsetting. If you're a Jewish arts and culture lover, you would not have felt welcome at the Biennale. And I've strongly condemned the remarks made by a DJ at that event. They were incredibly insensitive, given 15 people were murdered just months ago. Sydney is grieving, and we don't need someone flying in and saying things like this at one of our premier arts and culture events. That's why I've condemned these comments. The Biennale has been working through that incident. They will have more to say about that.
The Minister's time has expired. The Honourable Susan Carter.
To quote the Minister, Sydney is grieving and we don't need somebody flying in to make comments that deeply wounded a number of people. What we hope to hear from the Minister in answer to this question is what the Minister is actually doing about it. What are the proactive steps that are being taken? His own Premier, in an answer to questions at estimates in a similar vein, talking about what should be done for organisations seeking grants in terms of not promoting anti-Semitic activity, said, I think that's absolutely fair and should be the case, and not just with anti-Semitism, but any kind of racism. It's no good to wait until people have been not upset. Upset is such a minor word for what has happened. For when the band-aid of social cohesion has been ripped off yet again, and then condemn what caused it to happen.
The Honourable John Graham.
Well, let me be clear about what the Premier's also spoken publicly about this issue. He's condemned what he said was the horrid rhetoric. But he also made it clear it's not the government's position to withdraw funding from these events. He made this point, it often has the opposite effect. It often draws more attention to the person making the comments. That's the position the Premier's put. Now, I mean, the government's got a consistent position here. The opposition, on the other hand, has been parading around recommending they cancel the Mardi Gras. The Leader of the Opposition was fear-mongering about the Vivid program. I mean, really, for the free speech Liberals to come in here and be put in this position, like, aren't you supposed to be attacking us for being the woke cancel culture lefties? Isn't that a number of you have come in here, the member included who's asking the question, to say how important free speech is to them.
The Minister's time has expired. The Honourable Dr Sarah Kane.